You know, it's funny. I've done 5 multi-day trips in the past 7 years, and yet this trek is the one that has scared me the most.
%87% of Australia's population live within 50 kilometres of the coast. As such, vast swaths of inland Australia are never seen by the majority of its people. I think that's a shame, because this country holds a treasure trove of beautiful natural landscapes that deserve to be witnessed. In September 2023, I got the chance to visit one of these places, Carnarvon Gorge. 8.5 hours to the west of Brisbane. It's no small feat to get here, but the rewards for doing so are spectacular. The walls of the gorge make for some beautiful natural formations, like the amphitheatre and Ward's Canyon. For the Badjara and Karingbal people, these walls also make for a great canvas to record the meetings and ceremonies held here over thousands of years. For my parents, who I hitched a ride with, this gorge would be all that they'd see for the next 5 days. For me, however, I would be exploring some of the more remote parts of this national park by travelling along the 87-kilometre Carnarvon Great Walk. The first section is easy enough, travelling along the main gorge track where I passed by several day hikers who I reckon thought I was a bit crazy, but still wished me good luck. The next section is a different story, travelling up Bawinda Gorge before beginning a 600 metre climb up to Battleship Spur.
Alright, quick updates. It's about noon. I've just left Big Bend, had a little bit of a break there, a little bit of food, filled up my water bladder, and now heading through Bawinda Gorge up towards Battleship Spur. They want me to go up there. I was just down there, like a few minutes ago. This is the most ridiculous climb I've ever done. Yes, I've been warned about you. Yeah, okay, that was worth it.
Now out of the gorge, I got a taste of the kind of scenery I would find myself in for the rest of the walk.
Oh, pardon me.
It was quintessential Australian bush. Long dry grass as far as the eye can see, with gum trees sprinkled all around.
That's an echidna. I've never seen an echidna in the wild. What a cutie. Hey, little guy.
Arriving at camp close to sunset, although I was elated to finally be done for the day, I was beginning to realise just how isolated I now was from the rest of the world.
I was about to say, but you guys interrupted me. Hello. That your boy has arrived. Gad's Walker's Camp. Alright, it's 8:47 and I am just leaving Gad's camp.
To my surprise, I hated it. This was my first solo multi-dayer, and leading into it, I thought that I'd be fine going out into the bush by myself. Physically, sure, I could cope, there's no questions there, but I missed having that shared camaraderie that bonds hikers at campsites and huts. I had no one to talk to about my day, the cool things I'd seen, or the challenges I'd faced.
I wish I could show you guys something interesting, but this has been it for the last half hour. Just long grass, gum trees, and a lot of hidden snakes, probably.
The one silver lining that I did have was knowing that the first day would be the hardest. Granted, that didn't mean that there wouldn't be any easy days on this track.
I've got to come clean here. I arrived at West Branch about an hour ago. So yeah, pretty fast day altogether. I'm very happy with my pace. But I'm struggling. Physically, I'm fine. It's just a regular hiking niggles. There are a couple of blisters on my feet. My shoulders are a bit sore. That's normal. It's the isolation. That's what's getting to me. I've never done any multi-day hikes without a walking partner before, and I've never been that far from civilization. So yeah, being out here, being really the only one on the trail at the moment, as far as I'm aware, it's really getting to me, which is surprising because I have always thought myself as quite an introverted person. I like my own space. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to cope for the next 3 days. Let's go work something out, I guess. All right, just crossed over the bridge from West Branch. I'm on my way off to Consuelo, 17.3 Ks. So longest part of the journey so far, unless you count my first 2 days, but on the map, this is supposed to be the longest day. So we'll see how we go. Fairly gradual ascent up to about 1,200 meters. So it shouldn't be too bad, but my feet are still quite sore from yesterday still.
Having a satellite messenger was an absolute godsend, giving me a basic connection to the outside world, letting my family know that I was struggling. Talking with them was incredibly encouraging, and it really helped to lift my spirits as I got stuck into the second half of this trail.
Well, it's tough climbing, but it's a nice view.
I kept reminding myself that this trip is supposed to be challenging. This track is vastly different to what I've done in the past, and a lot of what I learned out here is going to help me greatly when I begin my Te Aroa through hike.
It's have to go all the way up there, up into the tableland. Oh, pray for me, please.
The mahogany forest was a breath of fresh air. It's like someone flipped a switch in my head. My focus shifted from thinking about how much pain I was in, and instead marveling at the giant stringy barks all around me.
And feral pigs. At least they buggered off when I got here. I'd be a lot more scared if they decided to rush me. Hello, friend.
And emus. Emus are cool too.
Emu. Oh gosh. It's an emu. Yes. Yay. Okay, here's the situation. This leg of the Great Walk was supposed to take me 6 to 7 hours, according to the map. It took me 4.5 hours. Yeah, those climbs that I had were about halfway in just weren't that bad. I can't tell whether they're just less steep or whether I'm just feeling a lot fitter now that I've spent 2 days on track already. So I am at Consuelo very early. And the plan now is, well, okay, the next leg to Cabbage Tree, it's completely flat and only like 13.8 Ks. So I'll get that done in like three and a bit hours, so no time at all. So my plan now is skip Cabbage Tree and go all the way to Carnarvon Gorge again. So another long day, but it's mostly downhill. In fact, it pretty much is all downhill apart from like one climb, like halfway in. So I reckon that's very doable. So, and it'll be like, again, long day, like the first day, but I reckon I can do it. The time is 7:50. Thank you, Consuelo. Next stop, Carnarvon Gorge Visitor Centre.
So yes, that's the plan. Walk a little over 29 kilometers back to Carnarvon Gorge. That's 4k's longer than what I did on day 1, but I had reason to be confident in doing it. The first leg to Cabbage Tree campsite is short and flat the entire way there, so I knew I could make good time on it. The second leg is longer and more challenging, but it's mostly downhill, so I thought it wouldn't be that physically strenuous. Keyword there being thought.
Let's go. Alright, just left Cabbage Tree camp. Just refilled my water, had some snacks, took some performance enhancing drugs, aka Nurofen. And now I'm on the last bit of my trek. I'm at the stage where all I really want to do is just finish and get this pack off my back and get some rest for my feet and my shoulders.
See, thinking about finally being back with people I knew and sleeping in an actual bed motivated me to finish the track as soon as I could. As a result, I started rushing, no longer caring about the trail, except for the fact that it stood between me and comfort. The pain in my feet and shoulders did nothing to help my mood, and I spiraled into a grumpy, frustrated mess whose only care in the world was getting off trail.
Why is there cattle on my trail? That is where I've come from. That is the way to Blimbo Bluff. And that's the way I'm going. You see that? That's a little goanna. It's a little baby. Very cute little baby. Goodbye, cute. Oh, watch out, cute baby. Goodbye, cute baby.
Coming down from Blimbo Bluff, the trail started to level out and widen, and I allowed myself to relax a bit and enjoy the final kilometre of this incredibly challenging walk. From a physical standpoint, this trip had been a massive success. On the mental side of things, a lot of work still needs to be done.
Done.
Despite all the challenges, getting the chance to explore parts of this country that few people visit is something that I started to appreciate once I stopped walking. The gorge itself is spectacular, and the vast range of wildlife west of it was amazing to see. But it was now time to go home and rest for 2 days before my next hike down in Victoria.
Hello.
Is that a dog?
Hello. Oh, baby. Hello. Hello. Hello, baby girl. Hello. You're such a crazy.
What have I got myself into?